So namaste, love, light, healing, and protection, blessings, grateful, thankful, gratitude, and peace, healing. Okay, hey, it's 555 recording this April 2026, awakened in 2022. Actually, 12/22/2022. Grateful, thankful, gratitude. Okay, I have something that you might want to hear, that I want to share. But let's see. I am ordained through the Universal Life Church. Universal. Grateful, thankful, gratitude for them. And shaman, earth angel, high priestess. I can do a lot of things. I'm grateful, thankful, and I resonate with a lot of things. I'm grateful, thankful, gratitude for the collective and each one of you out there and the light bearers and elders above us. Lord, our God and source. This is in truth, through the heart, not through ego of any way. I'm grateful and thankful and gratitude to come. I am human as all the rest. I make mistakes as all the rest. But right is right, wrong is wrong. Grateful, thankful, gratitude for that. Okay, we're talking about Covington County, state of Alabama. Glorilla, Opp, Andalusia, and all these little small rural counties within Covington County. A black magic coven of rituals taken from birth certificates, children's birth, dates, places, times, their sex parties, rituals, drug dens, rituals. Okay, the two charges I caught was for grand auto theft, and it was actually theft of property. They mislabeled it. It wasn't theft of the whole car, it was theft of a radio and speaker. The guy I got caught with didn't want to take responsibility, put my name in there to take it off of him. Okay, I took it to court. I got found not guilty. That is what started all of this, and I was introduced to Regina Loggins, a powerful DA that wanted to destroy me or bury me. Either one, she didn't mind whichever one. Became a living nightmare. And I was already in a nightmare when I was 13, 14, 15. That's when I was introduced to their little drug parties and drug dens, and these two women was in cahoots with these other women, which my aunt was on city council, Merle Savage, and Carol, and her adopted daughter, my adopted cousin, was Carol Patterson, Charles Patterson. He's in the land and tax office over property in Covington County, and they've taken $1 million life insurance policy, a business in the middle of Glorilla, which is a grocery store in front of the lake, and my grandma and grandpa's house they took and sold so he could be running for this office in the Covington County Courthouse. Regina Loggins was removed from DA and Greg Gamble was put in her place. She was able to override Greg Gamble by going to Troy King, the Attorney General, and was able to override all the paperwork, all the stuff that he put in this to be able to bring these dropped, dismissed, or lowered charges back up to all the way to a felony. Okay, Judge McCatherine was presiding judge. Charles Shorts was the lawyer who handles my case in the grand auto theft of property. He went through the DA's office. He learned of all the treachery, the three-ring circus, and went to judge now. Larry Grissett was the lawyer handling my case at this time, and Ray Allen Ainsworth's case too. And the two girls, his sister, Barbara Ann Britton, Gracie Bogdan, which were, as you know, his sisters. They got perjury charges put on them because they admitted to lying to him, on him, and creating false statements to having him locked up and charged with such charges. All of them are the same. And they did two uncles her ex-husband, his dad, a bunch of people, and then he took it to Montgomery, which he was awarded $4 million for this. Lies, deceits. They got perjury charges, and they got also charged with fraud, and a lot of other charges that followed. A lot. That's why one, she left the county and state, and they never did. And the other one, they worked with so she could be a witness. And they were both. Barbara Ann was the sheriff's girlfriend and snitch. Gracie was the city officer's girlfriend and snitch. And let's see, Merle Savage was my aunt's city council, Miss Carol Patterson, Charles Patterson. They all were tied into the courthouse. They're all in a little coven and working together. And so all these people know that I'm not guilty. And they also, Judge McCatherine stepped down from being judge to keep from following up doing his duty. Instead of him recorrecting as Montgomery, Alabama, the higher courts directed him to and told him to, he rather stepped down from judge. Regina Loggins dismissed her DA's position and her lawyer's office, which she also was able to defend people in Alabama, Covington County, as working in the DA's office, and she was able to work both sides of the fence. That wasn't allowed by most people. You can't work in the DA's office, have all the evidence, and also protect and go to court and defend. And then Don Harrell was the sheriff at that time. And then Miss Lord is the one that came out to my house threatening me and my dogs and other dogs. And her husband and son went to jail for human trafficking. And she was removed. I had no longer had any dealings with her. Mr. King was my probation officer. He was dismissed, and Mr. Wismer was put over me. And he even come to the house and told me that they had to go back on everything because of a memorandum that Mr. Greg Gamble had wrote. He knows the truth. The probation office knows the truth. The judges know the truth. The DAs know the truth. The lawyers know the truth. No one wants to admit it, but Montgomery sent a thing down stating that they had to do this. It was against my rights, civil rights, and other rights, and that it was wrong, and they couldn't do it. They had to fix it, and yet they have not fixed it. They'd rather quit their jobs, run away, instead of stepping up and doing what they was actually supposed to do when they are the ones that messed all this up. And I tried to tell them it was against my civil rights, and they were messing with things, and that they couldn't and wasn't allowed to do this. And then they thought they were over the law. They can break universal laws, spiritual laws, even law of the land, even laws that they have went to school for and learned and been in office long enough to know they could not do this. They can't just do anything they want to do just because they want to do it. I'm grateful and thankful, gratitude, love, light, healing, and blessings. And like I said, I wasn't the only child. I was 13. There was no mother, 12 and 14-year-olds at these dens and these parties. And also my Carol Patterson and Chuck Patterson also took $1 million life insurance policy in my name, a business in Florella in front of the lake property, and my grandma and grandpa's house that I was left in the will. And it's in my name. I don't know how she's getting them deeds done and getting that $1 million check. I hope she doesn't sign my name. Grateful, thankful, gratitude for your listening. I send all you love, light, healing, and blessings. Namaste.